Hello and welcome back to my astronomy nights. I'm Derek, and in this video we're going to look at galaxies. If you've been out observing over the summer months, you may be thinking galaxies are few and far between, and that's not your imagination. This time of year the Milky Way dominates the night sky, and when we have such a fantastic view of our own galaxy, it's at the expense of others. So we have the core of the Milky Way sitting in the southern horizon, and that arm of the Milky Way goes up over the night sky. And this is in contrast to spring and autumn, when we're looking away from the disk of the Milky Way and out into intergalactic space. That's not to say there aren't any galaxies on show in late summer, and in this video I'm going to take a look at 5 galaxies that I think are really good targets to track down this time of year. These are targets that I love returning to and that I've imaged and observed in the past, and hopefully by the end of the video you'll have a really good idea of how to track them down and how they look in your eyepiece and imaging setup. So first up, we're going to look into the constellation of Draco for the Draco Triplet. This is a wonderful trio of galaxies that sit just 1.8 degrees to the east-northeast of the bright star of Edisic. Now this is much smaller than the triplet of galaxies in Leo, but it's still a really lovely target to track down at about 20 arc minutes across the 3 galaxies. It's made up of 3 NGC galaxies, NGC 5981, NGC 5982 and 5985, and each galaxy has its own morphology, so it's really nice to compare each of them. There's a spiral galaxy, an elliptical galaxy and an edge-on spiral galaxy. NGC 5981 is the dimmest out of the 3 at just a magnitude 13, so that's a tricky one to pick up, but the other 2 are magnitude 11, so you should pick them up in a medium-sized telescope, and if you can, you could try to tease out some of that spiral shape out of the largest member, NGC 5985. Next up is the Fireworks Galaxy. This sits up between the constellations of Cepheus and Cygnus, and to track it down you just use Alpha Cephei onto Eta Cephei, and just 2 degrees away from that you can track down the Fireworks Galaxy and the nearby cluster NGC 6939. This galaxy is quite bright, it's a magnitude 8.8, and it's a face-on spiral galaxy that you can tease out from behind that really rich star field of the Milky Way arm. And when you're observing this, you're just looking slightly to the west of the Milky Way arm. It's a really nice galaxy as well, and you can see that it's slightly elongated, but it's very difficult to tease out those arms. This is also known as ARP29, appears in ARP's catalogue because of that strong arm within the galaxy. Next we're going to go across to the other side of the Milky Way plane and over into the eastern sky, where all those autumn constellations are rising, and we're going to track down the wonderful Deerlick Group of galaxies, all based around NGC 7331. And this is a wonderful small galaxy that you can observe, and it's nearby to the top right corner of the square of Pegasus, that beta star which is Skeet. And you just need to go from Beta Pegasi across to Eta Pegasi, and just 4 degrees north of that star you'll be able to pinpoint the galaxy group, and it has a size of about 10 by 3 arc minutes, with that really prominent dust lane showing up when you get a really good dark night to observe it. There is also some companion galaxies nearby known as the Fleas. I've always found these to be a really difficult observation, so I'm hoping this year to get a really good transparent night to be able to observe more than the brightest one. If you've managed to observe the Fleas, do let me know in the comments below, because this is one of those observations I found really tricky over the last few years. Next up on the list, we're going to go to the nearest galaxies to our own, and that's the Andromeda Galaxy Messier 31 and the Triangulum Galaxy in Messier 33. The Andromeda Galaxy is the largest galaxy on the night sky. It measures 3 degrees by 1 degree. This is several times larger than the full moon, and it can be seen with the naked eye even at the moment when it's at the start of the evening. If it's a new moon night, you'll be able to see this galaxy with the naked eye from a dark site. It's really impressive, and it looks fantastic in binoculars and in telescopes because it is a wide field target, but if you have a longer focal length telescope you can try to observe some of those satellite galaxies in Messier 32 and Messier 110. Andromeda is all tilted then at about 77 degrees inclined to our vantage point, and that's why we get those strong dust lanes on the leading side. The galaxy is 2.5 million light years from us, and it has a diameter of about 150,000 light years. It's thought to be between 25 and 50% larger than our own galaxy. To track down Andromeda, you just need to look about 7 degrees away from that bright beta star of Andromeda of Merak. So you can start with Alpheratz, the top corner star of the square of Pegasus, and then you just have to move to the northeast and you'll see Merak, and then you just want to star hop the 3 stars up along. You'll see it in your finder scope or binoculars or any kind of magnification because it's extremely bright. This is a fantastic looking object in binoculars, and if you can have longer focal length, you can observe Messier 32, that small elliptical satellite galaxy, or observe Messier 110. This is a really large galaxy. It just looks small in comparison to Andromeda, but it has a size of 22 by 11 arc minutes, so this galaxy is the same size as the Draco Triplet that you were observing earlier, so it's a really large galaxy to observe. It also has a wonderful Starcloud in it, a really star association of those bright O and B type stars, those really extremely bright hot stars, and you can tease them out in this little patch to the southwest of the galaxy. The other large neighbouring galaxy to our own is the Triangulum Galaxy, and this is 14 degrees away from Andromeda, just about the same distance away on the far side of the beta star Merak in Andromeda. You can track it down very easily. This one is technically a naked eye object, but you need really good skies in a dark location to observe it. It's a fantastic galaxy to image, and it's a really interesting galaxy to observe as well. The Triangulum Galaxy is magnitude 5.7, and it's a really large galaxy as well at 71 by 42 arc minutes. This one is tilted at 54 degrees. It seems much more face on, but if you look at your pictures a bit more closely, you can see the way the galaxy is actually tilted away from us. And also within the galaxy of Triangulum, you can track down NGC 604. This is a wonderful star forming region that's about 50 times larger than the Orion Nebula. These are my favourite 5 galaxies to track down this time of year, but if you think I've missed any galaxy that should be on the list, do let me know in the comments below and I'll try to get out and observe it over the next month. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, clear skies.